Hello. A week ago, I experienced the death of the first person I knew reasonably well from the coronavirus. The situation has made Caroline and I take practical steps. We've tidied up, we've made sure our families know where important documents are, and more importantly, we've had good conversations with each other and with our GP daughter as to what our wishes on medical treatment would be in various eventualities, and we've recorded these. These are obviously sensible things to do, irrespective of your personal faith. But as Christians, we have another dimension to our approach to death. For me, the concern is not death itself, as this holds no fear for us. The fear relates to two other things: the actual process of dying and the pain of losing someone we love. I found it interesting to note that the two occasions where the Gospels record Jesus as being in real distress are exactly these events. His agony in Gethsemane at his forthcoming death, and his distress at Bethany at the death of his friend Lazarus. Jesus doesn't remove these traumas from us. They are an inescapable part of our being human. What he does is to assure us that he has himself experienced them, and that when we do, he is with us, and we are with him, and in some mysterious way, with all other human beings. Caroline has written a reflection on this, which she's asked me to read. We hope you'll find it helpful today, and maybe in days to come. In Caroline's words, one thing we soon learn in this life, from when we are quite young, is that most things do not last forever. Flowers grow, bloom, and die. Things we have wear out or break, and people too eventually die. However, as Christians, we can hold on to the fact that just as Jesus died on the cross on Good Friday, he also rose again 3 days later. He was alive. He was very real to those to whom he showed himself on the road to Emmaus, on the shores of the lake in Galilee, and of course on that first Easter morning when he appeared to Mary. This particular crisis in our country's history brings death, or the likelihood of someone close to us dying, very much to the forefront of our minds. Will it affect us personally, and when? And when will life get back to normal again? Like us, if you've had someone close to you who has died, you will know what that feels like. It takes time to adjust to them not being there. In time, you realise they are still with you, in the many ways that you remember them. And Jesus can bring them closer through his presence. As they are with him, and we also live in him, we can feel that they are also with us, as the Venerable Bede pointed out. Some things are too difficult for us to answer until we reach that point. We can indeed feel very afraid of dying, wondering how our loved ones will cope and leaving them behind. Jesus, however, told us not to be anxious about anything, but to pray, and he will answer us in ways that are familiar to us. He will give us the strength when we get there, and he will walk with us, as we read in Psalm 23. We can be sure we will not be alone in whatever circumstances that we find ourselves. Jesus will be with us. Jesus means us to live now as best we can, even with all the talk of illness and those dying in the news every day. We have been finding fun little things to do with our family and grandchildren and neighbours. which I'm sure you are too. And of course, staying in touch via video links and phone calls. So, we hope and pray that you stay well and find a bit of time in the day to enjoy yourselves and enjoy Jesus' presence with you, particularly this Easter. And may God bless us all. Thank you and goodbye.